Hi everybody, it's Diane. I am not creating journals or ephemera in this video. I am going to do some embellishing in my own personal journal. I've been using this journal that I got from Jessica Rapp from Two Silver Oranges. I loved this series of books that she had put up at this particular time. I don't even know when I got it, but I'm just about done with it. I think I'll be finishing it up this evening when I write in my journal tonight. But she clips a whole bunch of pieces to the edges of the pages, at least she did in these books, and puts things in the tuck spots. And I didn't necessarily use all of these pieces. I didn't write on them. I usually will write scripture verses, or, you know, like if we're having a special weather day or something. I did do some collaging here, so I did do a little bit of decorating in this book, but I didn't get very far into it as far as decorating goes. I added this piece here. I'm just checking to see if there's, and I did this collage, checking to see if there's some ephemera that I can pull out and use. Obviously you can see I've written in it, so I want to try to not show anything personal. She stapled these fabric clusters on with a tiny attacher, and they didn't stay very well. See, this one came loose, so I'm going to fix that. Hopefully this bigger stapler will work better. This one's still on good. Well, I'm just going to go through and start decorating pages, and I can pull ephemera out as I go. This one came loose. Okay. So, let's see, I started this on September 8th, so I'll just write the finishing date at the top there. But I think right here I'll just write fall 2019. In addition to these pieces that she clipped on, I also have a bunch of little pieces that have just been gathering on my desk here. So I can go through some of them too and use some of them. These are just little, when I made patchwork paper, this is a scrap that I'd cut off of a patchwork index card, and I didn't want to throw it away, so I'll use it in here. These are just pieces that have been gathering in this little box here. Got the word smile. Actually, these are glued on, not sewn on, but they are various strips of paper sewn onto this. It was an index card, and then I trimmed the card and had this little piece left over. Since this is the very beginning of this journal, I think I will write a scripture verse on there. I've been reading a book about gratitude. I've got some cards that I wrote on that I brought up with me. This says, the note on here says, gratitude is the unending anthem of heaven. So this is from the book of Revelation, so I don't know if this is the saints or the angels saying this, but what do I do with that? I'll use this Faber-Castell Pitt 1.5. It's kind of big. It's not what I thought it was. I had a medium one that I just used. Oh, it's right here. This one says medium. Okay, so I'm just going to write this verse out on here. Revelation 11:17. I think this pen is running dry. We give thanks to you, Lord God Almighty, who is and who was. It speaks of his eternality. For you have taken your great power and begun to reign. So praises happen in heaven, gratitude in heaven, and we need to be praising and being grateful here on earth too. I love the patchwork on this, and I love this little tab that she made out of vintage laces. This has ledger and some written on paper and some typed paper, some fabric. And I did those already. Take a look at what she gave me to use. It says 4th class mail. Love that little box. You can tell I'm not thinking too much. I'm just grabbing things and trying to make pleasing arrangements. There's no meaning behind anything. But now I have this box out on display instead of tucked into a pocket or in a bunch of other stuff. I want something up in that corner, I think. Mostly this box is words. I didn't realize I was just collecting words in here, and then I started throwing other stuff in. Looks like so. I'll just take this Queen Elizabeth stamp and stick it up there. This is just from a children's book, A Sweet Little Girl with a Lamb. I'm going to put Innocence on that one. It's another piece of that index card, or a different one. I should have been doing this as I used the journal, but I usually journal, well, always journal, sitting on the couch watching TV or YouTube or something. I don't journal up here. I'll put Jessica's pieces up here. I want to use as many of them as I can in this book. Raggedy Ann salad. I might just have to cut that out and use it somewhere. I want something colorful on this page though, so I'm going to use one of these. I have this sheet of numbers that I've had for many years. This is old Stampin' Up! Paper, and I've used these numbers on lots of different projects, and I still have these that aren't even cut apart yet. I'm just going to put a random number up here. That's a scrap of patchwork paper that was actually sewn. Can't throw those little scraps away. They're just so cute having the paper sewn together. Today's December 6th, I believe, when I'm filming this. I haven't done any baking yet. I usually start baking the cookies and putting them in the freezer. But I've been really busy. But I have most of my shopping done. I did most of it online. So I can start wrapping it. I did get my tree decorated. I went through, I think I told you, I went through all of my boxes of decorations, both Christmas and spring and fall decorations too. I'm going to just add a little piece of seam binding to that just to decorate it a little. And you have to hold these down longer with this Aleene's tacky glue, and I don't like that. Anyway, I went through my boxes of seasonal decorations and pulled stuff out that I'm not going to take with me when I move. And I have 3 totes to take to Salvation Army. I offered them to my kids first, and they took a couple things, but they have a lot of decorations too. They don't need mine. So I figured if I take them, I better take them pretty soon. That way people can buy them and have them for Christmas, for their Christmas decorations. I think that's enough on that page. I don't know what's written here, but I'll just put something down here. Well, I started this journal in September, and it says up here that we went to the Jolly Farmer for ice cream, so it was probably the last day they were open, or the last time we went that they were open. I love getting soft ice cream in the summer. I'm going to use a glue stick here. This is heavier, so I don't like to use glue stick on the heavy pieces. Oops, covered up my words. I use a variety of adhesives, as you'll see. I know that this will hold it down securely without me having to press it down for a while. I put this little baby carriage here, doll carriage. These little girls are playing, so they might want to play with a doll carriage. I used to love dolls and doll carriages and doll cribs and all that stuff. There's President Wilson. This is just a really vintage receipt. It's crumbling. So I'm going to gently use a glue stick and just glue it right down there. And then maybe collage on top of it. I have a little tray behind me with my glue stick and a piece of paper to glue on, so I don't have to clutter up my table with it. I don't want to cover up too much of the writing. She gave me that ticket. I want something with color. So use another one of these. Sorry. I'm not talking, I'm just thinking. I'm going to put this on there, published for the trade. I think that's a printable. Not sure what it came with. Oh, this is for Pearl Beer. This receipt. Well, maybe I could glue her right on there. Yeah. I'm going to cut out where it says Raggedy Ann Salad too, because I just like the name of it, of course, because I like Raggedy Ann. I should have left those parts on. I'll put them on something else. Just glue it right there. Got wallpaper, wrapping paper, little bits in here. Just little bits. keep that out of my way. Start with the bottom piece. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, as you can tell. But I do enjoy slapping things down and using up bits and pieces. I find it very relaxing. I think I had some pieces from my daily life that I was going to add in here. So, working for Hallmark, every Christmas you get a new ornament that are made just for Hallmark employees. And this year, I got this little snowman. So I'll go back to where I am now because I just got this the other day. When I'm putting in cardboard pieces, I like to see if I can peel some layers off. But this one, I already did a little bit, but it doesn't peel very good, so I'm not going to fuss with it. I'll have to see how many ornaments I have. This is at least number 5. I didn't work last Christmas. I'm going to put a number 5 on here, and then if I count them and see that it's actually number 6, I'll glue a 6 on top of it. This came in from my package from Perio. It was on the envelope, actually. She sent me this card. And this was, I cut this off the envelope because I don't know what it means, but it's German. These are the kinds of things that I would normally put in a smash book. But if I'm going to use journals like this that have pages that you can't write on, but you can glue stuff to, I think I should start putting stuff like this in these journals. I've been having a hard time like combining things. I have journals for writing, journals for glue books, journals for smash booking, you know, scrapbooking like this, and art journals, but I don't combine them very much. And I'd really like to try to work on that this year. I still want my separate journals, but for a journal like this, it's great to combine them. Maybe on heavier pages, like a wallpaper page, I would actually try doing some art journaling with mixed media type of stuff. You know, I want to expand my journaling experience a little bit. So I'll probably share along the way. What else do I have? I have this card that came with my hotel stay, my Maleficent ticket from October 19th. Let's see if I have a place near October 19th where I can put it. It's 29th, 25th, October 1st. What? Oh, I didn't write for a while. That's right. Well, it went from October 8th to October 22nd. Because I just didn't feel like writing. Doesn't happen very often, but once I miss a couple days, then I don't want to get back into it. That's another thing. I wish I didn't feel like I have to write every day and just write when I feel like it or when, whoops, so sorry. I didn't just bump it, my foot dragged it. When I have something interesting to say, I don't want to feel like I have to write every day, but I pretty much feel compelled to write about my day every day. It's not like my life is that interesting. And there's, you know, so many journals and so much reading to do. If my children wanted to read them after I'm gone, I don't think they would want to. It would take them forever. And the journals take up so much room, especially now that I'm doing homemade journals like this. They take up a lot of room. Okay, how about, no. I love numbers. Can you tell? I don't like working with numbers. I got good grades in math because I'm a good student. I did math and algebra and trigonometry and geometry and all that. I could get good grades, but I don't retain that stuff. My brain doesn't retain numbers. If you ask me for my social security number, if I can't come up with the very first set of numbers, the first three numbers, I can't do it. I have to have the beginning so I can finish, you know what I mean? Any number, phone numbers, whatever. But anyway, I got good grades in math, but I just don't retain it. But I just like numbers. For whatever that's worth. I have this postcard that my daughter brought me from, well actually they mailed it from Hogsmeade, Owl Post. The boys mailed it. Teddy wrote, "Dear Grandma, we are having so much fun today. We love you so much. Love, Teddy." And then Adam signed his name. So that's cute. It came like 2 weeks after they got home. They must not mail them right away. This signature is loose. And the sewing is in the center of this envelope, so I can't really... Whoops. Well, I just took the envelope apart. Yeah, that's loose. I don't know, I might end up taking that apart and fixing it, but pretty much done writing in it now, so maybe it'll be okay. They mailed this, I think they came back before Thanksgiving, so I'll just stick it in November sometime. Oh yeah, they were gone the same time I was on my little vacation. I'll just paper clip it right here. Pool rules card, I don't need to keep that. I kind of want that to be on the front. I'll just write it on the front. My room number and the date. And I'll just tuck some of her ephemera pieces in here, just for fun. Like that. This is just a printable tab that came with one of the kits that I used, that Christmas Cocoa one. And it got left behind. I bundled up the leftover pieces to go with the journal that I sold, but this got left behind, so I'm going to glue it right there. Okay. And I have this card from Perio, but I have a collection of cards that I get from Happy Mails and Junk Journal friends and stuff, so I'll add that to that collection. Let's go back to where I was. Oh. Okay. Got this whole page to do. book page has a little tiny yellow, it looks like a ladybug, but it's yellow. I'll add it to the flower. This is a ticket that she stamped on some patterned paper. Am I cheating by just adding numbers everywhere? Oh, I'm using this for scrap paper because it didn't print properly, but look at that nice strip of paper. My printer pulled two papers at once, and it printed this on part of it. It kind of lined them up wrong, and anyway, I ended up with that little strip on this piece of paper. So I listed the last of my Christmas journals. I actually put the video went live today, this morning, and I put the journal in the shop last night just before I went to bed. I do that sometimes when the video is going to go live in the morning because I just want to make sure I don't forget to have the journal in the shop in case I have to go to work and just go and forget that stuff. And people don't usually see it. They're directed there by the video. But somebody saw it last night and wanted it and bought it, so it was sold before the video even went up. Which is cool with me. Maybe not with you, but I don't, I'm glad the journal sold, so thank you for, that was the last of 9 journals, and I just appreciate so much that you guys like the journals and purchase them and allow me to keep making them because I love doing this. I think I like this side better than the ticket side. This looks like a Tim Holtz paper. Yeah, I'll go with the ticket. I won't keep going too much longer. We're 45 minutes now. Gotta go eat some lunch and then do some housework. Pack some orders and take them to the post office. I got stuff to do. I guess I don't need this piece. Alright, I'm gonna let this one go. Let's just do one more. I would glue this down, but then I'd have to write something on it, and I'm already done writing on this page. More numbers. This is that strip I did with numbers. It's getting bent, so let's just use it. Kind of want to leave that hand there. Oh, and I'm going to put this quote in here. That's why I have this piece of paper out here. It came out of a book, an old book. And it says, "He who acquires a hobby has started on a glorious adventure. He has thrown boredom overboard and contracted an incurable disease." I don't know who said it. It just says P.S.C. So when I find a place for that quote, I'm going to cut that out and put it in. Now these just have bits in there. I could glue that on there. This is a little book page, but I just want to leave them in there for decorations. I didn't write on them, but I could add that. This is just something I cut with my Cricut. This was patchwork index card. Not my Cricut, my Big Shot. I was trying out a new die that I had. Let's put another word on here. I'm gonna put grateful. Something I'm working on, gratitude, and kind of goes with a fill it full. Live your life to the fullest and be grateful. And then I'm going to call it quits for this session and get to work on other things. So I hope you enjoyed watching me just glue stuff down in my journal. And I hope that you were crafting along with me. And I hope that you will come back for another video the next time. I love to read your comments. So please leave one and a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.